YouTube, welcome back to another how-to video. As you saw from the thumbnail, this isn't mine or Craig's bike, this is Buddy Mine's bike. So let's see if we can figure out how to stick this lowering link in. Roll that intro. Alright, so like I said, we're going to be doing a lowering link today. That's going to involve taking the seat, side covers, saddlebags, and all that stuff. So as you tell, it is a Victory. This is a 2013, not 2013, that's my bike, 2012 Victory Crossroads. And yeah, he's done quite a bit to it already himself. And he's had, I know he has the cams in it and a tuner on it. And this thing will shit and get. When I rode it over here, I did a little test run on it. So, I mean, it will get it. He's done some of the motor work that I want to do to mine. I just haven't done yet. So, yeah, that just makes me want to itch and get mine done a little faster. But, yeah, I'm not entirely sure everything he's done to it. Maybe when he gets back from deployment, we can shoot a video with him and he can go over everything that he's done to it so far or still wants to do to it. If that's something that you guys want to see, go ahead and throw it up down in the comments below and hashtag Victory Crossroads, and we'll shoot that video when he gets back. So today we're going to start with the lowering link, and first thing I got to do is take off the seat, side covers, bags, and put it up on the jack stand. So let me come back to you right when I get done with that. So for quite a bit of this, I'm going to be behind the camera, or 95% of this. But so what we did here, first thing we did is we took the side covers off. Those are real simple, they just pop off. And then we took the saddlebags off. Mine had the quick release. He had bolts that were bolted in right here. Yeah, right there, sorry. Right there. Take those bolts out, the back slides off. Bags, side covers, right over there. So next thing we gotta do is we have to take the seat off. So that's real simple too. There's one bolt here, and directly on the other side, there's another bolt. So once you get those two bolts out, you lift up in the front. Hold on, let me set the camera down. There we go. Forgot his had a seat warmer on it. So you lift up in the front and you kind of pull it forward a little bit and your seat will pop off. Unless you have a seat warmer, then you have a plug right back here you got to unplug. So once we get the seat off and we get the bike up on the jack stand, I'll come back and show you the next step. Alright, so sorry, I lied. I'm not gonna put it on the jack just yet. Before we put it up on the jack, we got to take this side panel off. You don't have to unhook none of this. You just have to take this little holds your fuse and your vacuum tubes and stuff kind of in place, and your flasher relay and that kind of stuff. But there is one bolt here, one bolt down right there, and then one bolt right up under here, this wiring harness. We'll take those out. Those are all 10 millimeter. We'll take those out, we'll flip it up, and then just kind of zip tight into place so it stays up out of our way. So when I get to that, I'll come right back and I'll show you. And then the bike will be on the stand. I'll be right back. Oh, hey, what's up YouTube? We're back. So, you see, got the bike up on the jack stand. Got the seat off. It's over there with the bags and stuff. So, next thing we're going to do is we are going to Oh goodness, let me get down here real quick. Let's see if I can get this. Come on. Come on, all right. Cut that portion out. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is you got this bolt here. That is your lowering link right here. You can kind of, oh hey, what's up? Kind of see it right there. So that black bar is your lowering link. That's the stock lowering link. And then this one over here, oh, let me see, get down lower. This one over here goes to your air shock. I've already let all the air out of the air shock, make it a little bit easier after I get these bolts out to move it up and down, so that there's not, it's not spread apart where it collapses on itself. So I'm going to, next thing I'm gonna do is loosen these bolts, and then after I loosen those, I'll take off the splash guard here. It just kind of pops into place, and then there's a Allen head bolt right up in there, right there. We're gonna take that out. That holds the pin right behind the splash guard. There's a pin in there. It's just like a solid rod that holds in the linkage for the shock and the lowering link. So we're going to take all that apart, and I'll come back when we're to that point. Alright, so this is where I'm at, all on the floor. Because you just saw I had to loosen up those bolts. So the bolts, 15 millimeter, and they were tight as shit. Obviously they have to be. But I think this is most definitely the first time they've ever been off. But I got them off. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, let me flip the camera around, I'll show you. Hold on one second. Okay, so we're back. Like I said, that splash guard I was talking about is right there. I just set on top of the tire. Actually, it can come out if you want it to, but I just set it there. It's just got a couple small hoses attached to it. You just unhook them because there's a couple of clips that hold them in place. You just unhook them and you move the splash guard back. It actually kind of seats up in here, and you just kind of pop it down and you can pop out the hosers. This hose runs to your air shock. And then the other bigger hose, well, it's down there, but it's just kind of a relief hose. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take, actually, we're going to see if I can get you somewhere right in here where you can kind of sort of see. All right, yeah. So these bolts are stuck in here, right? I got the nuts off it, both of them, but now they're stuck. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna lower the bike down just a touch and be able to have enough room where the tire is kind of sitting on the deck to where I can wiggle these bolts out. So yeah, let me get these bolts out and then I'll show you the part with taking this pin out up here at the top. All right, so neighbor had to come over and help me, but we got these bolts out. So he lifted up on the tire a little bit. We were able just to slide them right out. And then there is focus right there. Actually, up. Shit, can I reach it? Right there. That Allen key up in the seat there. You take that out, and then there's a solid steel pin that pulls out of there. And then this drops down. Next, we're gonna take this bolt out. Once we take that bolt out, the linkages just fall out. So once I go to put the new linkage in, I'll come right back. So here's the new lowering link, adjustable lowering link, obviously, and here is the old one. Now, thanks to my neighbor, Doug. He's starting a new YouTube channel called Do With Doug here pretty soon. Go check it out. But a buddy said that he wanted it lowered about 1.5 inches. That way he can adjust it up and down as need be. Now, this is lowered as low as it'll go, and it is about, what do we say? About
an inch and a half.
It's about an inch and a half now, as low as it'll go. So that's basically 0 for this adjustable link. First thing I did is, well, we first lowered it down, tighten up these nuts, and then we put a little bit of grease up here in the grease fitting and worked it around the way this is nice and greased up so it can move around. And then next, going to put it back in the bike. So we'll attach the bolt back to here, attach the top back to there, we'll lift it back up, and then attach it back down to there. So when we get it back in there and bolt it back up, I'll come right back. All right, YouTube. Well, I said we'd come back when we got the bolts in, but that was a pain to get those back in because it lowered it down. I don't know if you can tell, but it is lowered. Like, I looked at my bike. My bike sets 12.5 inches from the bottom of the back floorboard. His set in the same spot, measured it, now it's on 10 inches. So it dropped it about an inch and a half down. No, 2.5 inches down in the middle of the bike. But what we're gonna do is I'm going to rebutton all this back up. So I'm gonna put these bolts back in, and then put the seat back on, and then put air in the shock, and that'll raise the back end up just a little bit more. But yeah, that's it. That's how you do it. Just a real quick recap. Pull your bags and your seat off. Take off this panel right here. This side panel, there's 3 bolts that bolt into that. All right. There's 3 10mm bolts. Pull this off. Get it up out of your way. Lift the bike up. Undo the 2 bottom pins. Loosen those up. The pin in the center and the top, pull it out, drop it down, swap out your link, and then reverse everything, putting it all back together. I think that's all I'm going to shoot for today, and that's it. So appreciate y'all watching. Hope this helps somebody. If you are going to end up changing out your linkage, if you're going to end up putting in a lowering link, that's how you do it. If you have any questions or anything, ask it in the comments below. Or you can hit us up in the DMs on Instagram. Speaking of Instagram, go give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and now TikTok. And then hit that subscribe button down there in the corner. Yeah, I think that's it. So this video right here is the most recent video that we put up. This video over here is the one that YouTube suggests for you. And if you haven't yet, go ahead, hit us with that fist bump and punch that subscribe button. And remember, always keep the shiny side up.